It's obviously nice to see the companies and what their news is. It's nice to see what they're presenting, but I think for us a lot of the value lies more in what happens between presentations, it's the informal discussions. It's reconnecting. We've obviously come out of a couple of years where we haven't always had the chance to connect. We haven't had the chance to meet our clients and some of our colleagues face to face. So this is for us a chance to meet our clients, to spend some time with them, to listen to their official presentations, but also to catch up on some of their concerns offline. As a company, we started in South Africa in about 1974, coming up to our 50th anniversary next year. We've grown subsequently. We're now about 1,700 people globally. We're in most of the major mining jurisdictions. We have offices in South Africa, Ghana and the DRC, and then across Europe, North America, South America, Australia, Asia. And we're a business that is focused very heavily on being independent and objective. So we work hard. We don't work for equity. We don't build anything. We're focused really on providing our clients with independent advice. And we're also more and more focused on building centers of excellence there are more and more niche areas, which are quite hard to sustain in all of our practices, but we can develop centers of excellence in a number of niche areas in different practices around the world, and we're focused on integrating those centers of excellence into the global business. Mining is a difficult one. I think we came out of some really difficult years in sort of 2017, 18, and then COVID hit, and I think none of us really knew what to expect. And it ended up being quite a busy time for us. It ended up being a time where mining actually picked up. A lot of our clients did really well in the years following lockdown. The last year, obviously, there's been a lot of uncertainty, particularly with the war in Ukraine. Also, there's been a number of supply chain disruptions. So I think our clients generally, though, and our business have done well. We've managed to function effectively and to do a lot of work despite the challenges and disruptions. Hesitant to make too many predictions about what's coming, but I do believe that we're on the cusp of seeing a big drive for sustainable mineral, or for move to sustainability and responsible sourcing, a big drive in decarbonisation, and I think that's going to be good for a lot of our clients, and certainly it's good for us, provided we can keep up with the pace of change. I like to say that I never have growth as an objective. Our objective is really to try and find engineers and scientists whose values are aligned with ours, to help. We're focused on supporting each of those consultants in building essentially their own practice within the broader practice. So as we find people that we believe have technical excellence that they can bring to us, that have particular skills that they can offer our clients, then we like to bring them in and support them in building up a consulting practice within our practice. I'm hoping that we grow because it means we found more people like that. But I don't have a growth target, and I'm not going to hire anybody just for the sake of achieving just growing revenue or profit. So we've been working for a couple of years now on the EU Responsible Sourcing Project, and we're facilitating their engagement with African stakeholders and with Asian stakeholders. And part of what we're trying to do there is support them in understanding, I suppose, coming up with a common definition of when we say responsible sourcing, what do we mean? And even that is a challenge. So we're still working out what do we mean when we say responsible sourcing, what does that imply? Something that I'm quite attached to is I think in an African perspective, we still have widespread lack. We have too little energy, for example. So I'm looking for an approach to responsible sourcing that includes more abundance, that includes more energy, that includes more people being lifted out of poverty, more people having opportunities. So I'm hoping that that's the approach that we see coming out of responsible sourcing, and I do believe we have a lot of the minerals that will be companies and countries will be looking for to support the transition to a lower carbon future. I think for me, I'm fortunate to be surrounded by a number of great colleagues. We have some really smart people doing some really smart things, and for me it's very much a facilitation role. I'm trying to complement the strengths that we have in the business. I'm trying to, I guess, help people manage stress. I'm trying to help people, support them with areas where maybe they're not as strong. So some people need some support with negotiation, with some business practices. Others need to be linked in with some of our other colleagues around the world to support them in specific niche areas. So I think those are really my focuses. We have a number of people who've built successful consulting practices within the company. And it's really to help them grow those businesses, and as that happens, the bigger business will grow along with it.